shakalaka, Bitcoin up almost 10% in the last 24 hours. Why you should not count your money yet. And the one thing the SEC just did that could completely change Q4 of 2021. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are talking about why this Bitcoin pump may not be completely bullish. We're going to take a look at the symmetrical triangle that Bitcoin is in right now and talk about how to trade this, whether Bitcoin price will go up or whether the price will go down. Also, we're going to take a look at what the SEC just did today that could completely change Q4 of 2021 and the one Willy Woo chart that could 30x Bitcoin price from where we are right now. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, today's video is sponsored by Unicrypt Network, so make sure you stay tuned till the end for a review. Now, with Bitcoin here, from the COVID bottom back in March of 2021, bouncing off the bottom here in July, and then connecting with the two tops, the one we had at $65,000 in April, and then also at $52,000 in September, we have a symmetrical triangle right here. Now, these can break up, these can break down. As of right now, everybody is very, very excited because Bitcoin is up 10% in the last day. I'm very excited too, but don't count your chickens just yet because right up there, we have the top trend line to break through right at $50,000, a big even as well. So does Bitcoin have the momentum to break through or will it break down? That's the question you have to ask. And the reason, one of the big reasons why, is what we're going to be talking about with the SEC coming up in a little bit. Now, this symmetrical triangle is set to break out by the middle of November. Historically, a very good month for Bitcoin. November, the best month for Bitcoin. October, pretty darn good for Bitcoin. December, pretty darn good for Bitcoin as well. Well, let's take a look at exactly what this symmetrical triangle is and what we can expect. Now, if we take a look, there are a couple other graphs to look at as well, because this is Bitcoin versus dollar. Then we have the total crypto market cap versus a dollar, which is a symmetrical triangle, but is looking more like an ascending triangle. And then we have the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, which is pretty much identically a symmetrical triangle. Now, what are these trading patterns? Well, if you just go and search Google for basic trading patterns, thanks to Baby Pips, you'll find something like this. And this has basically all the trading patterns you need to know to be a very, very good trader. Now, they have reversal patterns, things that we've talked about like head and shoulders or rising wedges. There are continuation patterns like falling wedges, bullish pennants, bearish pennants. And then we have bilateral patterns. Now, the difference between these ones and the bilateral patterns is that the reversal patterns and continuation patterns are predictive, whereas the bilateral patterns are not. They can break up, they can break down. And if we take a look, we have a symmetrical triangle right here, which is the Bitcoin chart. We have an ascending triangle right here, the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. And then, total market cap including Bitcoin is kind of a mix of the both. So all of these really are not very predictive. But there's a guy who has a great site called The Pattern Site. Thomas Bulkowski talks about a whole bunch of different stuff. And here he has on symmetrical triangles. Now, he says they're garbage. He says symmetrical triangles, sometimes called coils, appear often on the historical price chart, but performance is awful. So, not very predictive, can't really tell you up or down or anything. And he says overall performance rank, one is the best. This is 36 out of 39. So clearly not a very good pattern. However, if we scroll down, we look a little bit more. So what is symmetrical triangles? Well, price must touch one trend line at least 3 times and the other trend line at least twice, forming distinct peaks and valleys. And if we take a look at that, it is touched here once, twice, going for the third time. So if Bitcoin price doesn't break through, we would definitely be in one of these. And then touching the bottom twice. Now, what else about this? Well, volume trends downwards 84 to 86% of the time. If we take a look at that, volume trending down. So check that as well. Now, breakout, upwards 60% of the time and 74% of the way to the triangle apex. So if we take a look at that, the breakout generally looks like this if it goes upwards, but only 60% of the time. That also means that 40% of the time we have a price breakdown. And you have to wonder, with everything else that's going on in the world, like the Evergrande debacle, like the Yellen saying that the U.S. is running out of money, like all of these things, will Bitcoin break up? Will it break down? Kind of tough to tell. Now, we've taken a look at these symmetrical triangles, but we're not the only ones, because Raoul Pal also notes this right here. The Bitcoin long-term log chart looks pretty luscious. Who knows if the wedge breaks on first attempt, but a consolidation pattern of this magnitude usually leads to a very, very powerful upside move, as you can see here from 2017, and then boom, once it broke through and found support there, broke up. And he's not the only one, because 2 days before he posted this, Trading Shot said the same thing, and he said there's not only two, there's three. So we saw this back here in 2014 to 2016, and then 2017 to 2020, and it looks like we're having another smaller one right now, that if we break above that $50,000 area, find support, Bitcoin could potentially launch. And this just goes further to verify what William Clemente was saying the other day, where Bitcoin floor has been set. Large bids across all major exchanges. 39,000 was the price floor. Now, as if this was too easy, because it seems too easy, the SEC wants to go and throw a wrench in the works. The SEC has extended 4 Bitcoin ETF deadlines by 45 days. Now, it's Rocktober right now, and everybody was expecting sometime in Rocktober, from the 18th until November 1st, 5 Bitcoin ETFs likely to be approved. Well, the SEC says, potentially not. They've extended 4 ETFs, including Global X Bitcoin Trust. And the dates now are rescheduled to November 21st, December 8th, December 11th, and Christmas Eve, December 24th. Are they crazy? They're just going to extend it again and again and again, I have a feeling. But this could definitely throw a wrench in the works, because everybody was looking at this as a catalyst for sending Bitcoin up intergalactically. And if it doesn't happen, well, the commission finds it is appropriate to designate a longer period within which to take action on the proposed rule changes, so that it has sufficient time to consider the proposed rule changes and any comments. Gosh, if that's not doublespeak, I don't know what is. They just said absolutely nothing there. Now, all of that, we don't know whether the price is going to break up or down. And if you're looking for how to trade it, this is what you do. Okay? You wait for it to break up, and then you buy. You wait for it to break down, and then you buy. Particularly once it breaks out of there and then bounces off, to confirm that as support or resistance, that would be the entry point. So if you're looking to trade that, that would be how you trade that. But there is one graph that's really, really good. Willy Woo, talking about whale feeding seasonality. He takes a look at this. Whales apparently like to eat Bitcoin, right? So anyways, he has the corn price here, even though that's Bitcoin price. I mean, anybody who can see that. Percent of corn held by whales. As we can see, anytime this ticks upwards when whales are buying, we have, from the beginning of that happening, we have between, here it was 70x, here it was 8x, here it was 15x. So roughly, on average, 30x potential. That could potentially, from the bottom there, $3,000, could potentially, or $30,000, could potentially put Bitcoin at a $900,000, almost $1 million Bitcoin, based on this whale feeding, depending upon how long it goes on. So that, my friends, is very good news for Bitcoin. Fundamentally, everything looked great for Bitcoin. We'll kind of have to see if it plays out, if we don't have some huge financial disaster. So that is all for today's video. Now, it is sponsored by Unicrypt Network. I should just note, while this is not an endorsement of the project, this is to give you more information about the project, and then you can go and do your own due diligence. Now, Unicrypt Network, multi-chain decentralized protocols and services. Started in June 2020, Unicrypt provides an ever-growing suite of decentralized services. The objective is to bring value to the DeFi space as a whole by delivering disruptive, flexible, and audited technology. Strengthen your project and reward your communities using our services. They're aiming to do a B2B type of business that benefits the community that holds the tokens. Now, their vision is simple. Automation is scalability, and protocols are trust. Welcome to Unicrypt. In terms of supported blockchains, they have Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Matic, and XDAI Chain, and they believe the future of cryptocurrency is multi-chain. Now, they have a lot of services and capabilities. Some of these you might actually already know of. So Liquidity Lockers, they actually created Liquidity Lockers a long time ago. So project developers are welcome to use their security feature, allowing them to lock their liquidity provider tokens. Locking liquidity is becoming a standard in the DeFi industry, and we're proud to reaffirm this concept was brought to the market by Unicrypt. They actually invented liquidity locking. Not only that, but they have token vesting. So vesting options can be utilized by project owners and or early adopters of technology. They offer this option as an independent service, and it fits the in-house ILO platform. Wallets investing tokens are reflected in a dedicated UI, allowing anyone to consult it in an easier way and more. They have token minting. Create your own tokens. The ENMT ERC20 non-mintable token feature allows users to mint an ERC20 compliant and non-mintable tokens, fixed supply. Coding skills are not required, and newly minted token contracts do not require additional audits. Now, not only that, they have an ILO platform, decentralized launchpad for new projects. So as a token developer, their technology can serve to launch projects. They're collaborating with an ever-increasing number of third-party providers that can review different aspects of the product. As an incubator, you can also use the technology to launch your very own incubated projects. And as an investor, feel free to browse the latest projects, read carefully the reports from external providers, and most importantly, never forget your own due diligence prior to any form of participation. They highly recommend reading their terms and conditions. And then also farms as a service and staking as a service. So farms as a service, stimulating liquidity and creating market depth is essential for any crypto token. This service allows project developers to incentivize their communities by creating a farming vault meant to be rewarding the liquidity providers. Users and investors can then browse the platform and provide liquidity on the pairs projects they may be interested about. And staking as a service, sustainable projects are permanently looking to reward their communities. They now offer them this possibility. This service consists in generating staking contracts that can incentivize holders and communities to enjoy the rewards made available to them by their favorite projects. So it was started back in June of 2020, trusted by over 3,400 projects, locked 500 million plus, 6 unique services, and 20,000 daily users. Now, like I said, they have 2 tokens, UNCX and UNCL, and they offer different things for both. So UNCX allows participation and allocations in the ILOs, qualification for community reserve rewards, account management on the platform, community governance, passive income, UNCX deflationary nature, and bridged on all the supported chains. Now, UNCL is the farming token, rewards for ecosystem participants, account management on the platform, qualifications for UNCL unique rewards, and then upcoming they have booster on UNCX token fee rewards and booster on ILO allocations. So that is pretty much about Unicrypt Network. And they did want me to say that if you do know a lot about Cardano or Solana or Elrond, they are looking to expand and to grow, and you should definitely reach out to them. Now, if we take a look at the app here, we can see the dashboard here. Also in the browser, you can connect exchanges like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, and then services, we have Create Your Token, Launchpad, Liquidity Locker, and Token Locker, and farms, and you would just connect your wallet up there. But you can see almost 500 million in total value locked across all AMMS, and you can see both tokens here, UNCX and UNCL, and they have the charts for both of them there. And then they have Unicrypt incubated ILOs like VEmpire right here, top performing ILOs like Baby Dogecoin, Pink Panda, Pirate Coin, and some other ones as well. New liquidity locks greater than 100,000, so Snake and ETH and Wrap BNB ETH, bunch of different ones there. And then if we scroll back up, we have the Unicrypt services for developers, so all the documentation you would need to find out about it, liquidity lockers, token minters, and the launchpad. Then they have new token locks, and that is something that you can definitely go and explore on your own. Now, just recently, towards the end of September, they published this on Medium. This is their September update on ILOs, ENMT, and NFTs. So ILO version 5 is now deployed. So that's one thing they have going on. The ENMT's token minter fee model update, they had that going on. They have NFTs, that going on. And then in terms of a short-term roadmap, they have these 4 things coming up. So first, Uniswap v3 Liquidity Lockers support on ETH mainnet, staking and farming options for the unicrypt community as well as for other projects as a service, Solana Liquidity Lockers, and a product we cannot alpha leak about yet. Keep your eyes open. So guys, that is all for Unicrypt today. Thank you so much for sponsoring the episode. Make sure to check out the project. There are links down in the pinned comment, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.